today our topic sexual reproduction in flowering plants. In that the first structure stamen, microsporangium, later on pollen grain. Stamen. Stamen is also called microsporophyll. It is called microsporophyll. Microsporophyll is stamen. In the microsporophyll, two parts are present. Filament, stalk part of the microsporophyll, stalk part of the stamen is called filament. Apical sac-like structure is called anther. This is the anther. When anther containing two anther lobes, it is called dithecous stamen. It is called dithecous stamen. Example datura. Example datura. In dithecous stamen, how many anther lobes? Two anther lobes. How many pollen sacs? 1, 2, 3, 4. Four pollen sacs. Whereas in monothecous stamen, example, hibiscus, monothecous stamen, hibiscus, there, anther containing only one anther lobe, this is the anther lobe. That anther lobe containing two pollen sacs. So in the monothecous stamen, two pollen sacs. In the dithecous stamen, four pollen sacs are present. Pollen sac is nothing but microsporangium. This is the structure of microsporangium. Simply you can understand. In the microsporangium, majorly two parts. Now the structure of the microsporangium. Microsporangium is pollen sac. You just look at here, two parts we can observe. Outermost part is called anther wall. This is anther wall. Innermost part is sporogenous tissue. It is the anther wall and this one is the sporogenous tissue. Outermost layer of the anther wall is called epidermis. This is epidermis. The epidermis is made up of thick-walled cells. Thick-walled cells are present. That epidermis protecting the inner tissues. Generally, the epidermal cells between the pollen sacs, here only, between the pollen sacs, are very thin. That thin epidermal cells between the pollen sacs is called stomium. This one is called stomium. So this thin cells region is called stomium. Generally, this pollen sac or anther dehiscing and releasing the pollen grains in the stomium region only. The epidermis is dehisces or the epidermis splits in the stomium region only when the pollen grains release. Below the epidermis, their endothecium is present. This is the endothecium. Endothecium is hygroscopic, means which contain moisture. When the moisture evaporates, that endothelial cells shrinks and helpful for dehiscence. So which layer is helpful for dehiscence? Endothecium. Endothecium cell helpful for dehiscence because it is hygroscopic. Below the endothecium, middle layers are present and the last layer is the tapetum. This is the tapetum. Clearly, last layer is the tapetum in the anther wall. The tapetal cells you observe, the tapetal cells containing two nuclei. Each nuclei diploid. Why two nuclei are present in the tapetal cells? After karyokinesis, no cytoplasmic division, no cytokinesis. That is why in the tapetal cells, two nuclei are present. This innermost layer of the anther wall is the tapetum. That tapetum supplying the food. It is the nutritive tissue to sporogenous tissue. Okay. So, here important point. When the plant chromosome number 2n equal to 14, how many chromosomes are present in the tapetal cells? Very important. Here, each nuclei 2n in condition, 2n, 2n, it means here 14 chromosomes, total 28 chromosomes. And one more thing, when the anther culture technique, conducted when the anther is placing on the nutrient medium. Why we are getting both diploid plants and haploid plants? Suppose the microspore is developed into plant. So the microspore is haploid, plant becoming the haploid. When the plant is formed from the epidermal cells or endothelial cells or middle layers, those plants are in diploid condition. So when the anther culture conduct, both diploid plants and haploid plants are forming because here diploid cells are there, haploid cells are there. Anyway, the sporogenous tissue, that diploid sporogenous tissue metamorphosed to spore mother cells. Spore mother cell is diploid. Spore mother cell is the last cell for sporophytic generation because it is diploid. It is the last cell. Each spore mother cell undergoes meiotic division to form 4 haploid cells. It means a tetrad is formed, haploid. That is called microspore. Microspore, haploid. These haploid microspores are formed by meiotic division. Spore is the first cell for gametophytic generation. Spore is the first cell for gametophytic generation. Suppose 10 microspore mother cells are present. When they undergo meiotic division, how many microspores are formed? 40. So, microspores are formed. Now, when you take microspore, now it undergo one mitotic division, microspore, to form 2 cells. One is a vegetative cell, another one is a generative cell. After mitotic division, in each microspore, 2 cells are present, vegetative cell and generative cell. Vegetative cell is large. Generative cell is in small size. This microspore surrounded it containing 2 wall layers. Outer layer is called exine. Outer layer is exine. Inner layer is intine. Now it is called pollen grain. After 2 cells formation, now it is called pollen grain. Pollen grain is male gametophyte. Microspore developed into pollen grain. Pollen grain containing 2 cells. In this 2 cell stage only pollen grains are liberating in the 60% of the cells, in the 60% of the plants. Sorry. So here vegetative cell is large, generative cell small. Here 2 layers are present. Outer layer is exine. Exine is very thick. Exine is very thick. This is the pollen grain structure. Exine is very thick. This is the thick exine made up of sporopollenin. It's very thick. Why pollen grains are surviving for many years due to the presence of sporopollenin. The thin region, there some sporopollenin is absent. The thin region is called germ pore. Inner layer, intine made up of pectocellulose. Intine made up of pectocellulose, pectocellulose. It is thick. This intine only comes out as a through germ pore, intine. Okay. So, in this 2 cell stage only pollen grains are liberating. But some of the pollen grains may cause allergies and bronchitis disease also. Especially in Parthenium hysterophorus that is introduced into India along with wheat. When the wheat is introduced, that Parthenium is also introduced into India. It may cause allergies and bronchitis disease also. But these pollen grains are containing many nutrients. It is rich in nutrients. So that is why now the pollen grains are available in the form of tablets, and also the nutrients are extracting in the form of syrups. So that is why these pollen grains performance. So the performance of the athletes and race horses also increasing because of these pollen tablets and syrups. Very, very important. These pollen grains survive for 30 minutes. Only for 30 minutes after liberation in rice and wheat plants. But whereas in rosaceae plants, leguminaceae plants, and solanaceae plants, which can survive for 1 month after liberation. And especially these pollen grains can storage under minus 196 degrees in presence of liquid nitrogen. In presence of liquid nitrogen, we can preserve these pollen grains. That is called pollen bank. Even seeds also we can preserve in seed bank like. So this is the first uh, information about the male reproductive organ, stamen, microsporangium, and pollen grain.